Welcome to our webinar K22. We are pleased about the great interest, and before we start our live demonstration, some organizational things and information. We have switched off your microphones, so if you have any questions or during this live performance, please use our chat function. We try to answer that as soon as possible. After the webinar, we will call you back within a few days, and then we are able to discuss with you all the open questions in detail. Let me introduce myself, and my name is Richard Füsselberger. I'm responsible for the sales here at extrunet, and together with my colleague Dietmar Gruber, Managing Director of extrunet, we are leading through the program today.
Yes, welcome also from my side. Before we go back to the machines, I will give you a small company presentation about extrunet.
Good afternoon now also from my side. My name is Dietmar Gruber. I am one of the owners of extrunet, and I will now give you a short company introduction before we go back to our extrusion technical center, and Richard Füsselberger will take over again. At extrunet, we are 3 owners and we have more than 101 specialists employed. We work on 3 sites and have many ideas that enable us to always implement the best solution together with our customers. Here now, briefly, the 3 locations. Our headquarters is in Austria, from where we also carry out the webinar today. Here, in addition to the development and construction of tools and machines, the sales department is also located, as well as the administration for the extrunet group. We currently employ 60 people here. All machines are assembled in our Czech plant. Here we have a strong design team too, and also the departments for service and spare part business. In our Czech plant, we employ approximately 65 people. extrunet America, originally founded as a service subsidiary, now also assembles machines, and in addition, the sales, spare part and service departments for the North American market are located here. At extrunet US, we employ towards 20 people. So altogether in the group, around 145 specialists. We are a very customer-oriented, innovative, flexible and hands-on company. extrunet is managed by 3 owners. These are Thomas Stadelhuber. He is responsible for our Czech site and also in sales responsible for some regular customers. Siegfried Bramberger is responsible for the extrusion tools and our site in the United States. I myself, shown here in the middle, I'm responsible for the digitalization of our products, and also I'm sales director of extrunet. Together with my partners, we have been manufacturing extrusion tools since 1993 and extrusion machines since 2000. In 2016, we started with the digitalization of the profile extrusion. With the digitalization of the extrusion lines, we implemented the production know-how of experienced people into the extrusion line. In addition, we increase the sustainability of all involved processes and make them transparent for everyone. Consequently, we can also increase the efficiency of the total extrusion process. We track 2 key performance indicators, KPIs. These are the increase of machine utilization and the increase of good production. Our scope of services is as follows: automation of extrusion processes, extruders. Here we supply single and twin screw extruders, extrusion downstream equipment, project management, trainings for our customers, and of course also extrusion toolings. In this last slide, I want to show you once again our scope of supply, and here it is graphically illustrated. We do extruders, extrusion dies, extrusion downstream equipment, stacking machines, but the most important thing, we are the only supplier with a total control system, which also makes it easier for us to achieve our major goal, an autonomous controlled extrusion line. Thank you very much for your attention. Before we now return to our technical center, we will briefly switch to our operations in the United States and Czech Republic.
Extrunet America. I'm Helmut Linsky-Sutter, Director of North America. We're located in Tecumseh, Michigan, where we provide sales, service, spare parts, and manufacturing for the window, decking, and fencing industries. Out here, you can see in our shop that we're building new equipment for current customers. Here we have another machine that's almost done and ready to go out. You can see with the room that we have, this is why we're doing an expansion of another 10,000 square feet. This will be able to provide us to have a fully functional test line where we can run material, we can run profiles, and we can do test runs for current and future customers. Thank you for visiting us at extrunet. We look forward to seeing you at our open house in spring of 2023.
My name is Eduard Strásky, and I am a production manager at extrunet Czech. I have been with extrunet since 2011 and have been working in the extrusion industry for 15 years.
Hello, my name is Christian Brigginger. I'm service manager at extrunet since 2012 and work in extrusion business since 23 years. Together with my team, we are your contact for the entire machine service area and support you to safeguard your production.
Here at extrunet in Kaplitz, we design and manufacture your extrusion machines. Around 60 professionals are focused to realize a wide range of extruders and downstream equipment. All in all, we manufacture around 120 machines every year.
Here in Kaplitz, we're in the middle of a renovation expansion process to make manufacturing more reliable for us and our customers. All machines will be tested together with our service technicians in this factory. Our goal is to fulfill your and our high standards and develop new functions to make extrusion for you more simple and more efficient.
Yes, so thank you for my colleagues in United States and Czech Republic. We are switching back now to our technical extrusion center, and Richard will continue with a live presentation of our equipment.
So let's get started with our performance. Here in our state-of-the-art equipped technical center, we can run up to 4 lines parallel. Of course, the focus is on our own systems and machines. For new orders, we are also set up complete lines to carry out the tuning work on original lines. Different configurations allow us great variability, so we can cover the entire tuning process from small profiles to XXL large profiles. The basis for today's performance is a window sash profile with medium speed. We focus on 3 core areas: water management, vacuum management, and air management. With our digital systems and smart solutions, we want to show you which solution improves processes, reduce scrap rates, save energy, and thus make an essential contribution to sustainable production. Today, we will also show you our further development of EMAC D, a system with which you can correct individual profile sections inline. Currently, we measure, let's see this directly here, You have seen the profile drawing, and currently for this performance, we will measure this section on the profile. And please remember this value. We have 3.7. This is the nominal value as it should be. And we inline measure also the 3.689. So we are perfectly in the range. So what we will do now, my colleague will raise up the whole-off speed from, you see, from 3 meter to 3.1 meter. And in that case, we will reduce the quantity of material and exactly will, and in that case, it affects also on that section, and this will go down with the size. So, and this is this takes some minutes, and in the meantime, let's talk about some other solutions. Let's go first to our hoseless calibration system. On our line 3, you see this hoseless system where you have the chance to do a tooling change very fast and very easy. Currently, we have the vacuum and the water will be distributed directly with in the distribution plate directly to the calibration blocks, and you just have no chance to change any connections. So it is very easy to handle. You put the calibration tables on that block and it is connected together. So very easy to handle, no risk of changes, and of course, a big effect in the setup time. As we are here, please just check this one. We just talk about EMAC D. Here we have the EMAC D blocks, which are also in our line which is running now. This EMAC D blocks heater exchange parts, especially produced. And my colleague Dietmar will show you a short video to illustrate the function of EMAC D.
Yes, in this automation, you see easy how the EMAC D does work. So we have this EMAC D plates here, the heat exchangers, where we blow in either cold or hot air, just to regulate the dimension. So now we blew in cool air and the dimension will get smaller. But also we can blow in hot air to increase the dimension. And this is exactly what we are going to demonstrate you on this line right now. Richard will take over again and show you this in detail.
So later on, we come back. I told you sometimes we will come back to EMAC D, but there is some reaction time that is normal. So let's talk about another smart solution, energy saving solution. What we mean is Eco Plus. I will show you this directly here. So our lines are equipped with Eco Plus. That means we have one pump and serve up to 3 vacuum zones, especially here on that line, we need just 2 vacuum zones. How does that works? If you see that on that side, on another line, we have a basic central vacuum tank. On these vacuum tanks, we have different zones, and on each zone is a digital valve, and we can adjust now, for example, the vacuum. I hope I can do this now. So what should I? Down or up? So, and you will see what will be happened. Production modus. So, and you see this goes very fast. What does that mean? We close all valves and the system recognizes by itself what is the right vacuum, what is the setup, the set it value, and it regulates automatically. That brings a lot of advantages. On the one side, no noise, because the loudest thing is the material sucker. The second thing is, the most important thing is the energy saving. You can imagine we have one pump inside. If you have a conventional system, you would have 3 pumps. 3 pumps needs about 12, 13 kilowatt energy consumption with one pump, and this one pump is also frequency controlled. We come down to 2-3 kilowatts per hour. The difference is clear. So you have about 70, in average, 70% of savings, energy savings. And this is
maybe you have seen also what is worth to mention. We run this tool right now with an under pressure level of 0.15 And this, in addition to the reduction of vacuum pumps, of course, is another saving. As you can see, maybe you see the RPM of the vacuum pump is 900. That's roughly half of the capacity.
Yeah, so that means EcoPlus is a system where you save energy, you secure your processes, you come down with scrap rate because you have a very stable vacuum in your production. So let's go to the next smart solution, MCC, an absolutely specialty. MCC is multi-cooling control. The cooling water channels are separated, so I will show you this here. So what we did is we separate the cooling channels in the calibration, in the dry calibrators, and each section is served by digital valves. You see this by my colleague showing the digital valves. And what we can do is we can now adjust, for example, I don't know how much I can do. So you will see very fast that the valve is acting in the quite good time. So if you count it all together, this is a very low consumption of cooling water. If you see that here, we have just for the whole line about 40 liters per minute. If you count it with 60, then you have 2.4 cubic meter of cooling water. If you compare it with the conventional line, then you have something 8, 10, 15 cubic meters per hour. So that means we have another thing which is also good. So as we could, or go back there, so as we could adjust different volumes of cooling water into the sections, you can also avoid bending problems in for such a profile where you have problems. And of course, another thing, if the channel is blocked or is partly blocked, an alarm will trigger and shows the service people which channel is blocked and what they have to do. And the system by itself is raising up the volume to the right liters per minute, so that the production will not be disturbed. So I think we should go back to EMAC D. Let's see what has happened now. So you remember we had 3.7. This should be. We are now at 3.6 millimeter because we have raised up the whole of speed for 0.1 meter per minute. And that means we are nearly out of tolerance. And now what we will do is we will switch on the EMAC D. And you see here now, what is happened. It is just starting reacting. We have the volume of the air which is blown through the heat, the small heat exchangers, is 20 liters per minute and is fixed there. And then we heat this air so much up so that we get a better melting distribution at this section, and it will take some minutes, and then we will come back and we will see what EMAC D is really doing, and I'm sure it controls automatically and brings us back into the right nominal value. So if you have seen that one, so you see we do the measuring inline. What does that mean? We have a new system, an optical system. It is called. It is in a cooperation with Webinar. It is a high-resolution camera, detects light and shadow contours, and passes this information onto the central control system. Our system calculates the measurement to an accuracy of 100 and compares it with the target value. If the actual value is outside of the tolerance field, what we have seen now, an action is triggered. This can be simply an alarm if you just use the PMC optical one only, or the EMAC D starts to control this section and starts heating or cooling. So this optical measuring system is ideal for checking one or two sections. Handling is simple and very efficient.
Moment. So as you can see here, switching back to the terminal of the line, the red column shows us that we are already heating, and this is autonomous control.
So coming back, if you need several measurements, if you need more than one or two sections to measure on a profile, then we use our laser measurement system in cooperation with Pixargus. Here, the profile is scanned via several laser sensors, and the individual measurement data is displayed here on this monitor. This data can also be completely transferred to our control system. So this brings us to the next point. Dietmar, could you show the dashboard of EMAC D and show how does this really work?
Yes, of course. I just show you one of the dashboards. As we maybe didn't mention so far, all of our extrusion processes are completely digital. All process data and also the inline quality control goes into the database where we can display and also where we can use this information to control all the processes. In the first line here, you see the two dimensions measured by the Wengler and the Pixargus. So it's just the dimension 3.7 millimeters. And you see here slight variations, of course, yeah, because it's not always the same time. There's a distance in between of 5 meters. So the dimension must not be exactly the same, but this chart is in micromillimeters. So you can imagine that it is very constant. In the second column, you see the EMAC D processing. The red line is the temperature. And you maybe can also recognize that in the middle of the first line, we have a reduction. So that was when they switched, when they moved the speed from 3 to 3.1 meter. And then same time, the EMAC D started heating and bring back this dimension, which was out of tolerance because of the higher speed, to the nominal dimension of the 3.7 millimeters. And once again, I show you the terminal again here. You see the color is already yellow. It shows us 3641 millimeter. So the EMAC D brought this dimension back into tolerance.
So maybe later we could go back to our terminal and see if we are absolutely at the 3.7 or maybe some 100s plus or minus. So one of the next smart solutions what extrunet offers is, I'm sure you are also familiar with the issue of profile breakage in your production. The reasons are different. Either the profile gets stuck in the dry calibrator or in the water tank, or it slips during hole off. In any case, the profile breaks off and you have sometimes considerable production standstill until you can restart your production. With our solutions, profile slippage control and profile breakage detection, we can take appropriate measures to prevent this before a profile breaks. How does this work? The profile slippage control measures with a measuring wheel the actual speed of the profile and compares it with the whole of speed. If there is a difference, an action is automatically taken. This can be an alarm, or the clamping force will be automatically increased. The profile breakage detection measures the force between the calibration table and the hole off. If this increases, an action is automatically carried out. Either only an alarm is triggered, or the clamping force is increased, or the calibration table automatically moves back to relax the situation. So all these solutions helps you to secure processes, gives you more opportunities in your production. Let's save your production, reduce your scrap rate, reduce your costs, your energy costs, etc. All these sensors, what we have on our lines, all these data, what we collect, are going back into the control system. And Dietmar, I think it is a good time that you show us the dashboard for the whole production.
Yes, so this is one of our standard dashboards where we see the major process data of the line running right now. All the information we have here is maybe with a time delay of 2 to 3 seconds maximum. And that does mean, based on this, all this information, we can send, as Richard mentioned, alerts to the operator. We can send that by SMS message or by email message. And that does mean, coming back to a modern extrusion plant, it's not necessary anymore that the operators always have to be in front of line. They will get an alert, and then it's time to go to the line. But sometimes the line itself will control it out itself, as for example, with the EMAC D. Thank you.
So I think there is minutes ago, so that we can just check again, what does EMAC D, what is happened? Is it really bringing back the value of 3.7 or not? I have no idea, but let's check this directly at the terminal. So we have now a green field, which is really good. We have just a little bit heating, yeah, and the EMAC D is now controlling that. And you see, we could raise up the speed, and the functional sizes, what is necessary, will be controlled by the EMAC D. And so in that case, you have a lot of opportunities. You can go down with your profile to the lower to the lower border of tolerance, and the functional sizes will be controlled by the EMAC D. So you can save a lot of material in that case. So, okay, we have seen EMAC D works perfectly and did the right way. We have another thing which is interesting for you, hopefully interesting for you. Beside of normal tilting or sliding tables, you can also equip your production with a fully automated stacking machine, starting with the mechanism for space-saving stacking and the length and weight measurement of each individual profile bar. A 100% check is carried out here. So I will show you this, how this is running on our automatical stack. So at the first part you see, well, I think it is you can see that is that we have a turning mechanism where each profile, if it is necessary, will be turned for 180 degrees to have a better stacking position in the container. The second thing is that we do an inline measuring. If you go with me, an inline measuring of each profile. So when the profile comes out, we check the weight of this profile. If that is okay, green light, it will be slided to these arms. So we have to wait a little bit till the profile is carried out. In the meantime, I can also let you know that this stack is not only checking the weight of each profile, we also check and control the length of the profile. So takes a little bit, but I'm sure we have this in a few seconds. So this is first thing you see. Now it is control the weight. On this side is controlled the length. If that is okay, it is opened and will be slide to these arms. So, and as I told you, all these, each profile bar is measured and we save these data in our system. So that means if we see this display, I could take any of these profiles. If, for example, I push this one, then I see what is the weight, what is the length. So I could also choose one of these profile bars out and exchange it to another one. So I hope this was interesting for you. Another thing is what you see here is the central plug heating system. And this becomes more and more popular and is a perfect solution for saving setup times and secure your processes. I think it is not necessary to explain it anymore. You have just one central connection and fits perfectly to our hoseless system, or you put it on your extruder for better setup times and secure your processes. So let's go to the next position. As we have some time left, take a look there, so it's no problem. There is some time left. This is a special patented solution for cutters. Normally, you have a cutter and the knife is going just vertical. What we have created is a Vibro cutter, and you see that this knife is moving also horizontal. What is the big advantage of this? You need not so much power, not so much force when you push the knife into the profile, which means you have also the possibility to cut with this system sensitive profiles, which normally are only to cut by a saw. Yeah.
So just to illustrate, I give you a small video from the Vibro cutter. You see these movements as Richard described before. And we can also segment the downward movement into 6 segments, and in every segment we can choose different speed for the down movement, and also we can move the knife out of the extrusion center back and forward. This is very, very good for the cutting quality, and even for very for non geometrical profiles. It helps a lot also to cut these profiles with that new development. Very good.
So hopefully that was interesting. I told you at the beginning that we install in our technical center not only our own machines, we have very often full projects. In case of that, this is a good example where this Vibro cutter is. This is a full equipped line with an output of 550, 600 kilowatt, I know. And we have a Vibro cutter, a punching, you could see this, a punching machine, and whole of a full equipped calibration table, a Pixargus between, which is doing the laser measuring of the profile. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to an end with our live demonstration, and we hope that we were able to inspire you. In the course of the demonstration, you saw different solutions that bring considerable advantages in production in the areas of water management, vacuum management, and air management. Secure processes, save energy, and thus not only reduce costs, but are also an important step towards sustainable production. As a total supplier, we are, of course, the contact for all areas of profile extrusion, from normal conventional tool and machine solutions to complex complete lines and productions. Furthermore, we accompany you for training and education for your employees, and our service team is always available and happy to support you. Your responsible salesperson, our responsible salesperson will contact you in the next few days to answer any questions you may have. You are also welcome to send us your questions. We will answer them as quickly as possible. But there is still one last highlight to come. We will raffle off a control unit for EMAC D among all participating companies. As we held our webinar in a total of 4 languages today, and this took place at different times, we will hold the raffle tomorrow and send you a link with the video. We wish you a good luck. Maybe you are the lucky winner. Dieter?
Yes, so thank you very much also from my side for your attention. I hope you have seen some new things also, and Richard and I do have the honor today to open one of the boxes you hopefully received. And yes, we are going back to this table, and hopefully will not hustle backwards. It's not so easy. Richard is much more trained than me for that, but there we are. You have got hopefully this box also. If not, you will get it in the next days. I know sending it out by courier is not very safe at this times, but hopefully you have got it. And we want to say thank you once again and cheers.
So,
This
cheers.
is
Was good. Cheers. Cheers.
yeah, that's a great Austrian drink. If by the way, it's non-alcoholic. And I heard that this opener here can also open some beer if you like. So looking forward to seeing you next time. Hope you have good times. You're always welcome at extrunet, and we are happy to visit you on site. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.